Okay, hello guys, welcome back to the Code Cosmos. So today we're discussing how Google started. The big company Google that owns YouTube, Google Drive, Google Keep, the search engine. So it all started when Larry Page was considering Stanford for his PhD, and Sergey Brin, a student there, was assigned to show him around. By most accounts, they disagreed on nearly every topic they discussed in the meeting. However, they soon found a common interest on solving one of the world's biggest problems: how to organize the massive, chaotic explosion of all the data on the World Wide Web. At the time, early search engines like Alta Vista and Yahoo ranked search results based on how many times a keyword appeared on a page. This made it easy to game the system and led to irrelevant results. Page and Brin had an idea. They theorized the web was built on a system of trust. They created an algorithm called PageRank, which analyzed the relationships between websites. Instead of looking at keywords on a page, it looked at how many popular pages linked to the website, also known as backlinks. A link from a reputable site, like a university, was as a vote of confidence, making that result rank much higher. Working out of Larry's dorm room, they built a search engine using cheap, scrap, and borrowed computer parts. Realizing that backrub wasn't the best name for a revolutionary tech company, they renamed it Google in 1997. When they went to register the domain, spelled GOOGOL.com, which is a mathematical term about a number starting with a 1 with 100 zeros after it. When they went to register the domain, they misspelled it as GOOGLE. They liked the mistake and registered it as Google. They chose the name Google because it reflected their mission perfectly: to organize a seemingly infinite amount of info on the web. On September 4th, 1998, Google was officially incorporated as a company, thanks to a crucial $100,000 investment check written by Sun Microsystems co-founder Andy Bechtolshan, before Google was even legally registered as a business. With their new funding, Page and Brin moved their operations out of their dorms and into their first official office, a garage in Menlo Park, California, from their friend, which would be the future CEO of YouTube, Susan Wojcicki. From then, Google grew exponentially. Unlike Yahoo, which was cluttered with news and ads, Google's homepage was notoriously blank because the founders didn't know complex HTML coding and wanted a fast-loading website. Users loved the simplicity. In 2000, they introduced AdWords, allowing businesses to buy keyword-targeted ads, turning Google into a massive cash-generating business machine. Google launched its initial public offering, IPO, in August 2004, making the founders billionaires. Google moved into the complex in 2003. Initially, they didn't own the property. They leased the facilities from a fading tech giant named Silicon Graphics, SGI. However, Google grew so fast and became so incredibly profitable that just 3 years later, in 2006, they bought the entire property outright from SGI for $319 million. Their headquarters is in Googleplex, 1600 Amphitheatre Parkway, Mountain View, California. And then Google opened the Google Visitor Experience right next to the campus, featuring statues and physical Android bots. that is how the Google company started and grew. Like, subscribe, and share to Bowie's Code Cosmos if you want to see the next video. Bye!